welcome to my YouTube channel, Consumer Vibes. Okay, we're vibing out here. My name is Consuma. I am so excited to start this channel. For this first episode, it's going to kick off a series where I will be telling you how I traveled the world in 45 days. And I went to 10 different countries.
It's Consuma Vibes. It's Consuma Vibes. It's Consuma Vibes. It's Consuma Vibes. It's Consuma Vibes.
I'm going to tell you how I decided on the 10 countries. I'm a very meticulous person. Everything I do, I try to have a purpose behind it. So I was very, very deliberate in my planning. And I feel that all of the 10 countries are justified. I'm just going to tell you what went into choosing each and every country that I visited within the 45-day period. So let's lock in and let's see how much I can convince you by the end of this video. To start off with, I am a Korean drama fanatic. I love K-drama shows so much so that there's no romantic one on Netflix that I have not seen. I even have a separate subscription service where I pay for streaming Korean shows. That is how much I am very involved in Korean drama. That is how much I love it. And because of that, I have been picking up on some of their words. I kind of sort of know the language. I even went ahead to learn the Hangul so I can read if I ever went there. So I know some words like 안녕하세요, 괜찮아요, 감사합니다, 감사합니다. You guys, I love this language. I love the culture. I love the people. It just makes sense for me to go to South Korea. So when I was deciding which cities in South Korea I needed to visit, it had to be Seoul. And then also I knew about Busan because of the different shows that I've watched, so I had to go to Busan. Initially, I wanted to do Jeju Island as well, but I decided against it primarily because my friend Jen, hey Jen, she told me that she wanted to visit Korea with me. She used to live in Korea actually, so she wanted to visit Jeju Island with me the next time. So I said, hey, I got you, girl. So next time you hear about my travels, I might be able to tell you about Jeju Island. But for now, I decided on Seoul and Busan. The country that I wanted to visit was the UK, England, because I found out that a musician that I recently discovered, I say quote unquote discovered because I just found out about him. I didn't know about him just a year ago. And he was touring, he was doing his tour, and the last day of his tour was going to be in London at O2 Kentish Town. So when I saw that and I knew that I was going to start on my sabbatical journey, this 45-day journey, it just so happened that when I was planning to start the trip is when he was doing his show in London. So it just made sense for me to include London on the list. England had to make the list. Also, the company that I work for has a location in London. I have international colleagues that I talk to on the phone and we've been vibing, but never had the opportunity to meet them. So I decided that as part of my travels, it would be great for me to see them. And I also happen to have different friends that live in England, London, England, UK, however you want to call it. It just had to make the list. Back to the company that I work for, there's also a location in Hong Kong. So there's a couple colleagues that I know that I really like, and we've been talking and never seen each other. And I was thinking, if I'm on this sabbatical journey, it just makes sense for me to see them over there in Hong Kong as well. So what did I do? I decided to add Hong Kong to the list. Well, Hong Kong also is an interesting country. I've known about it because many years ago, my mom used to do this program where she would allow tourists to come live with us, or, you know, people from abroad come live with us so they can get some experience. And there was one guy, I remember his name still, Han Tao Lao. He was from Hong Kong. So from a very young age, I knew about Hong Kong and I was interested in Hong Kong. So everything just kind of fell within it and it just makes sense to go to Hong Kong. Now, when I was thinking about what other countries out there that I might know somebody in that I would probably want to visit, that was Saudi Arabia. And I know it's a bit out there, not many people visit there, but Actually, I just felt like I wanted to give Saudi Arabia, a chance. I do have a friend that lives there. I haven't seen him in years actually. So I just thought it would be a great opportunity for us to reconnect while I visit Riyadh. So Riyadh also made the list. Back in 2019, I did a study abroad program where I visited France and Switzerland as part of my MBA degree. And I will say though that Switzerland definitely left an impression on me. I had the opportunity to do paragliding over Lake Lucerne, which is amazing. It was thrilling. I remember like having to jump off the cliff and being so scared, but then did it anyway. And it was it was a spectacular view. And the whole Switzerland vibe was just rich and luxurious. And I just felt like if I ever visited Europe again, I want to go to, Switzerland. At this time round, I was thinking, let me try another area. So on my list, I wanted to stay somewhere close to Geneva. And I ended up choosing a place around Saint-Julien-en-Genevois. Then I had plans to visit Zermatt and then also try to see the Glacier 3000. I also wanted to go see some other places here and there. So I just made up my mind that for Switzerland, I would just rent a car and I would drive while I stayed in Switzerland. When it came to France, I am just a sucker for love. I love love. When it comes to K-drama, I just watch the love shows mainly. When it comes to fiction, reading novels, I just love, romantic novels. So romance is a running theme in my life, basically. When I was thinking of France, I was thinking give Paris a second chance, because when I visited France during my study abroad program, I didn't quite enjoy it. And I don't know if it was the jet lag or all of those things. I mean, I did some great experiences, went to the Cordon Bleu. I did all these things, but it just didn't feel great to me. So I thought that I have to give France a second chance, Paris in this matter. So I did. So I needed to add France to the list. So another thing about me is I am learning another language, Italian. Now, I am not perfetto in a language. I know some words like ciao, come stai, molto bene, molto bene. And I wanted to kind of try pasta made from scratch. It's a thing. And also have the opportunity to flex my vocabulary while I was there. So naturally, I was thinking of the big cities in Italia, and I was thinking Milano and Roma. So I decided on these two main places as my, destination points. And obviously wanted to check out Lake Como, Bellagio. I think I also had Lugano down pat. Then for Roma, I just thought I would do Napoli, Pompeii, Positano. So I had a good, idea of like just spreading my wings in Italia just to kind of see what's going on. So those are the cities that I had in mind to just hit, just to kind of see what's going on there, flex my Italian, meet people, do some touring. So that's how I ended up including Italy to the list. And I was also thinking, I still had some time, because at this point I was trying to align my plans of when I was going to different countries and the times that I wanted to be there. I knew for sure, because of the concert, if I didn't want to miss the concert, I needed to leave America on a specific day so I can be in London on the date of the concert. So already I knew how my plans were shaping out. Then I knew that it would make much more sense to go through Europe and then come to the Asian continent, because Europe was so close to England. So then now I have London, going to Paris, going to Saint-Julien-en-Genevois, which is where I was staying, then going to Milano and then going to Roma. I was thinking I'll probably just need to cross over to Saudi Arabia, which would be the Asian continent. But then as I looked at the map, you guys, I just saw Greece and I said, oh, wait a minute. I'm interested in Greece. I know of Crete, I know of Santorini, I know of Mykonos, I know of these places. I know of Athens. I mean, surely I could do Greece. So that was one of those surprise countries that I threw in the mix, because I just felt like I was in the area, I need to do myself a favor to check it out, and I am so glad that I did. I'm gonna tell you all about that another time. That's how Greece made the list. So now I'm looking at the map, planning it out, starting in England, going to Europe, so then do France, Switzerland, Italy, then come down to Greece, Saudi Arabia, go to South Korea, stop in Hong Kong. And then I was thinking, oh, I definitely don't want to fly from Asia straight to America. For one, it's a long flight. Two, looking at my points and all of the things that I had saved up in planning for my trip, it just made sense for me to fly from Chicago to London and London back to Chicago. So some way, somehow, I had to find my way back to Europe to go back to England and then come back home. So I was able to do a round trip flight for that purpose only, and then figured out my way throughout the whole world with one-way flights. So thinking about the whole journey, at this point, I have a few countries down on the list. I say a few loosely. I have a few countries on the list. Then also, I always wanted to go to Morocco because my friend who was traveling the world similar to me, however, she fell in love and decided to stay in Morocco. Isn't that amazing? To just find your person across the globe. She had to leave America to find the love of her life in Africa. And I'm thinking, oh, that is so amazing. And I hadn't seen her in years. We stayed connected, but I was curious to see how she was living, get to meet her boyfriend, and all of these things. I knew that I had to go to Morocco. That's my whole point, you guys. So looking at the plans, looking at the flights and everything, it looked like the best route was for me to go through Spain. So Madrid, Spain, to go to Tangier, Morocco. So I was thinking, well, once I'm done with my Asian tour, I can now fly from Hong Kong to Madrid, Spain, and then fly from Spain to Tangier, Morocco. So because I had to be in Spain and there's no direct flight to go to Tangier and I had to stop in Spain, I just thought maybe I would just go see my friend, spend a night in Madrid, just kind of look around, explore the place, go back to England, spend another night so I don't have to have long flights throughout, then go the following day back to America. So that was the plan. And this is how I came up with 10 different countries. Are you convinced that I absolutely needed to visit all 10 countries? Well, like and comment below. Tell me what your thoughts are. If you visited any of the countries or you're interested in visiting any of these countries that I've mentioned, drop them down below. Let me know what you want to know. I will be responding to my own comments. Right now, the community is so small. I got you. Anywho, so that's how I came up with all the 10 countries I wanted to visit. I'm so excited. Well, thank you for watching this video. Very excited. If you enjoyed this content, make sure you like and you subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube. All right. Thank you and see you later. Stay vibing.